Thank you for coming to the exciting and infamous Monterey Car Week, and welcome to Faraday Future's Developer Co-Creation Officer Signing Ceremony tonight.
Co-creation is a major strategic initiative for our company. We are aiming to create a month-long developer co-creation festival through activities including product delivery ceremonies, a series of activations at the Monterey Car Week, Track Day, and 919 AI Developer Co-Creation Day next month.
We'll be starting to co-create a new intelligent and electric era for the automotive industry. So FF is born for disruption and has been always aiming for extreme technology and the ultimate user experience.
I work in the world of music and entertainment as a manager. I've had the pleasure of working with some of the biggest acts in the world, from Justin Bieber to Kanye West, even over into the modeling world with Kendall Jenner, Hailey Bieber. It's great to be here with you guys and to help Faraday Future connect more with celebrity talent.
It's a big week for me here. I'm actually the host of the Pebble Beach Conquror d'Elegance. I'm just very excited to be a part of it. Once I saw the matte black car, I was like, okay, that's the one I want. Mr. Oppenheimer, get out of the way.
I'm not getting paid enough to say it's the best thing I've ever seen in my life, but it is really an outstanding car in every single respect. It's a really beautiful example. I hope that I can do some work to improve it a little bit if it needs it. I don't know if it needs it. It might be perfect right now, and I'm looking forward to it very much.
The FF all-hyper global Racetrack Conquror plan is an ultimate race tailored for production vehicles. Affectionately known in the company as the production elephant, shows even elephants can dance. The ultimate dance will craft yet another enduring legendary story on the racing circuit.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to the exciting and infamous Monterey Car Week, and welcome to Faraday Future's Developer Co-Creation Officer Signing Ceremony tonight, as well as the Developer Co-Creation Festival at Pebble Beach, California. I'm William Morse, Senior Area Manager of Offline Sales Team at Faraday Future. It is a great honor to invite our distinguished new batch of Developer Co-Creation Officers today. The car owner representative of Faraday Future 91 2.0 Futurist Alliance, FF founder and Chief Product User Officer, YT. As well as Senior Vice President Matthias Eit. Head of Product and Mobility Ecosystem, Max Ma. And every other Faraday Future executive attending today's ceremony. Again, thank you for coming. And now, let's welcome Matthias to make a quick remark.
Good evening and welcome to Faraday Future's Developer Co-Creation Officer Signing Ceremony. I'm Matthias Eit, FF's Global Senior Vice President for Product Execution. It's an honor to be here with so many of our newest developer co-creation officers and the representatives of the second group of FF91 2.0 Futurist Alliance owner at one of the most prestigious car shows in the world at Pebble Beach, California. Tonight's activity is just one part of our Developer Co-Creation Festival. Many of you have been with us the last few days on the Fuel Run and Motorlux. This part of a series of activities now underway during the Monterey Car Week. This is an exciting time for us at FF because we are finally doing what we set out to do 9 years ago, delivering our FF91 2.0 vehicles to our users. This year has seen many major milestones, including our start of production, our first car off the line in the past spring, and we just delivered the FF91 Futurist Alliance to the first owner who comes from Private Collection Motors, a major player in the luxury car market here in SoCal. The company believes this is indicative of how the US luxury car industry values FF's ultimate AI tech luxury product and brand. We are here in Monterey for many reasons. One of them is to meet many of you that you are new to our brand. You are our newest developer co-creation officers and will join the developer co-creation mission with FF. 2, we want to share advocacy through your networks. You are all successful in your own rights. And 3, we want to get feedback on product improvements, and Derek, you said you will give me, and make the FF91 even better. Co-creation is a major strategic initiative for our company. It's crucial for enhancing our product capabilities, technological prowess, user engagement, brand strength, and sales effectiveness. As someone responsible for our products, I've come to recognize the significance of external co-creation more and more over the years. Therefore, we'll be engaging in even more collaboration and co-creation in the future. We are aiming to create a month-long developer co-creation festival through activities including product delivery ceremonies, a series of activations at the Monterey Car Week, Track Day, and 919 AI Developer Co-Creation Day next month. Thank you again for joining us. We truly appreciate you as we aim to make our company and products even better with your help and guidance. Now I'd like to invite Max to provide additional insight on today's event and co-creation.
Thank you, Matthias. Good evening, everyone. I'm Max Ma, the VP of Product and Mobility Ecosystem. So, as Matthias mentioned, with the delivery to our first user over the weekend, the company marked the completion of the phase 0 to 1. So we're very excited to continue to build the next chapter of the company. So tonight, what's happening right now and right here, it will be very historical and remarkable for FF. So surrounded by the legend and world top talents, so we're going to starting to co-create a new intelligent and electric era for the automotive industry. So FF is born for disruption and has been always aiming for extreme technology and the ultimate user experience. With the all-ability AI hypercar of FF91, Racetrack is actually the best playground to demonstrate the all-hyper. Constant product and technology improvement has always been part of the strategy. With the technical foundation of the FF AI Hyper 6x4 architecture, the developer co-creation and racing world legend and top racing talents, FF would like to assemble the best team and deeply contribute to racing, which drives the technology revolution constantly. Our founder, YT, will be announcing something very important. And as the FF responsible person for this endeavor, I can't help but expect exciting plans, effort, and achievements ahead of us. So with that being said, I will invite Kelvin to the stage, who is our future owner of the car and also the developer co-creator. Thank you.
Hey, good evening, everyone. How are you guys? Good. I'm Kelvin Sherman, and it is a pleasure to be here with you guys tonight. This is my first time at the Monterey Car Week, so to be here with the Faraday Future family is truly tremendous. So a little about me. I'm originally from Washington, D.C. I work in the world of music and entertainment as a manager and artist partner, I like to brand myself as. I've had the pleasure of working with some of the biggest acts in the world, from Justin Bieber to Kanye West, even over into the modeling world with Kendall Jenner, Hailey Bieber, and many more in my recent time. So I've been around the block, just to say, to say just the least. So it's great to be here with you guys and to help Faraday Future connect more with celebrity talent and in that world. What I love most about the car is the time that I get back as a manager and agent, and even the people I put it in front of. There's been countless times where Scott has came and met me out and about, and we have blown away so many people with the different features in the car, from the screen in the back. The amount of time you think that you're in a car in LA and what you can do, from Zoom meetings to just different researching that comes about with the AI technology in the car. You can just really get real-time data right there. So I'm excited about the amount of people who will be exposed to the car now. We have racing legends here in our presence tonight, and I'm sure they'll bring in a lot of different attention from that world, but the casual person and celebrity who is looking to get their life back from all the traffic and things they might do on a day-to-day basis, or it helps create efficiency within our lives. So I'm excited, truly excited. So thank you guys again for having me here this week. It's been great. And now I'd like to turn it over to Justin.
Thank you very much for having us. I'm Justin Bell. It's a big week for me here. I'm actually the host of the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance. That's one of the things I do in life. And my background, other than being my father's son, is I have been a race car driver for, it was 25 years of my life. I won my class at Le Mans. I was a world champion and lots of other things on the way. And then I found the world of television and talking, and I realized that maybe it's a bit safer and smarter to talk fast and drive, but it's very hard to give up both. And always in my position as really an observer, a student of the world of cars, I really am very well aware of the connection between the past and the present and the future, and they're not as crazy as you'd think. We're looking at this incredible FF91, and you go to yourself, it is so different from anything you're going to see at Pebble Beach this week. But when you actually think about it, every generation, every decade, if you get the chance to walk out on the field this weekend, every decade came up with new technology that changed the world. I mean, when they first invented, whether it was tire technology or disc brakes, or whether they went to, the different transmissions as they went through, even back 100 years ago, they were coming up with technology that really shaped culture. And when I first got approached about being involved as a co-creator, I was thinking, well, what do I bring to it when I only know the past and the present to this point? And there's always been a bit of resistance amongst guys who have gasoline in their veins to the advent of electrification, until you get involved and you understand it and you realize that it's just the next step, and it's increasing humanity's chance to evolve as a community, but also how it affects and suits the world that we live in right now. Now, I'm all about performance, so I've got to say, when I got the chance and I got taken out by Scott last week, 2 weeks ago in the car, I will warn you, do not have a full Starbucks in your hand when you put it into hyper mode and floor it, because you will wear the Starbucks before the end of the journey. But it was extraordinary to me, and it gave me the same rush, the same adrenaline feel that it does when you get in any new car, which has more power than you ever felt and more performance. So just totally thrilled to be a part of this. But I think the story is not just about the technology. It's about really, with your vision for what this car should be in our future. When I was trying to describe it to my dad, and he'll talk for himself in a minute. When he started racing, they had a rev counter, and that was it. You didn't even have a radio to communicate. Now you can communicate to the whole world from inside the FF. It's remarkable to me. But when I think about what we're trying to do here, I think it's communicating to people, but the future is really all about your experience and how it fits into your life with this incredible level of performance. Obviously for us, being involved, you represent the music and the entertainment side. We have the real estate side covered. Performance is an absolute. When you say you're in the performance world, there's a full stop after it, because it's either you can win a race or you can't win a race. Either you win your tennis match or you don't. It's about excelling, and I think the team that you're assembling is about excelling. So I'm just very excited to be a part of it. I think I've already, once I saw the matte black car, I was like, okay, that's the one I want. Mr. Oppenheimer, get out of the way. You know, it's really going to be exceptional. So when I showed Dad talked to him about the car, I deliberately underplayed what it was going to look like, because I wanted him to have the same feeling I did when I walked into your showroom. And I saw it and I was like, oh, holy cow. This is a new species. And that is why you use that word. A new species is exactly what it is, because for so long I've thought, why do we have to follow convention if we're in an all new world? So we can create what we want. So a huge thank you to you for inviting us and having the vision, and obviously the whole team. So I'm going to bring on a man that has been racing, well, he's been in the racing world since 1960 something. So he has seen it and he has lived it, and he comes from an era, I'll say it, when people died every few races in the pursuit of speed and performance. And thankfully Dad made it through. But I think it's given him a great appreciation for what it means to have performance, what it means to be involved with a car brand. And I think we're very proud to have him involved as well. But thank you for having me here. I look forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think you're up.
Is it me? Is it? Okay. Well, you should clap Justin, really, because he's done all the talking, and there's nothing left. There's nothing left for me to say, really. Obviously, I brought him up well to be a good talker. I guess I must have taught him a few things. I helped him become a racing driver, that's for sure. But we had some wonderful times together, and I think the whole thing for me was growing up through my life, from 1964 when I had my first race, back at Goodwood, the home track of mine in England, where there's lots of very special events that go on, and I heard some of us, we were talking about it earlier. And from those days right through to now, when I was fortunate enough to race for Mr. Ferrari right at the beginning of my career, and then I went to Porsche, and then I went and drove with McLaren, and I drove actually for Audi, and also I got very involved with Bentley towards the end and became a development driver with them sort of in the 2000s. So I've been very lucky to be with great teams all the way. And I think basically I happened to make the right choices of where I went. Now I must admit, when Max phoned me the other day, I wasn't sure about this at all. I say I've been around a lot, but I hadn't seen the car. And he said, but you've got to do this with us. And I said, well, I want to do it, but I really need to see the team. I said, you don't actually go and marry somebody if you haven't met her, or worst of all, you haven't met the family of the girl you're marrying. And here I am going to join up with you, and I don't know anybody yet. So we somehow managed to get this together, to meet in the last couple of days, see the car. Well, talking to Max was one thing, and he was very convincing, and he's a very good example of how to really encourage somebody to join a team. He's a good man. Anybody needs him, he'll change your mind for you and put you right. And I must admit, when I saw the car this morning, it was like, whoa, this is very special. And I really sincerely mean that. I'm not getting paid enough to say it's the best thing I've ever seen in my life, but it is really an outstanding car in every single respect. It just shook me this morning, just how I sort of looked at it and went, that is astonishing. I really visualized it being much bigger. It does look a little long, but then that's beautiful. It's not high and ugly. It's a really beautiful example, and the design and everything that you guys have put into it, I must admit, is great, aerodynamically and everything. Obviously, I can't say what I can do to help, but I have got a lot of experience in car development over the years, and basically with all sorts of manufacturers, but I spent 10 years with Bentley on the development of the Continental GT, starting off with testing it out in the Kalahari Desert in South Africa, and then also driving it here in the Rockies over that period of 5 or 6 years that I worked with them. And it was a great experience. And I believe that the input that racing drivers can put, a lot of people say, oh, racing drivers are crazy, they all drive too fast. Well, some of you probably do drive too fast, but if you become a racing driver, you become a good driver as well as going very fast, because you kill yourself if you don't. So I must admit, to sort of get in the car, and hopefully the car, to me, I've heard Justin's driven it, but it's quite heavy. It has to be heavy for what it is. It's EV, it's something new the world needs, and we're really proving that we can make a difference. I must admit, I wasn't that enthusiastic about electric vehicles, to be honest, because I've raced cars that run on petrol for all these years, and to get me to go and sit in an electric car that actually didn't make any noise was a little bit depressing. Because, I mean, if I go somewhere, I want people to know I've been there. And in an electric car, it doesn't. But we have the beauty of this car to show that you've got a car that you can see, even if you can't hear it too much. So for me, it's just great to be involved, with this project. I hope that I, can do some work and improve it a little bit if it needs it. I don't know if it needs it. It might be perfect right now. And I'm looking forward to it very much, because I think it's a great project, and I admire you all so much. And I admire Max for his pushing and talking to me day after day. And I'm going, do I really need to do this at my age? But I love racing. It's done a hell of a lot for me. And I just love cars. And if you love cars, you love cars. And if you see that car out there in the different colors, I think it's remarkable. So I have to give you all, and your team, which is what it's about, is a great team effort. Tremendous congratulations for producing it. When I've driven it some more, and I can really stand here and smile and say it is as good as it looks, but it has to be. As we say, if it looks good, it probably is good. So those of you that have driven it, I hope you did enjoy it. Tell me more. Those of you that haven't, one day you're going to have to get around and drive one, and any of you are going to get in and be dealers, you better jump on the boat, because I think it's a really good product. And I mean that silly. I mean, as I say, I'm standing here because I believe it. If you'd asked me this yesterday, I would have gone, oh, really? But I've seen the car now, and I needed to see something, and the proof was in the pudding, as we say. So all the best of luck for you and everybody. I look forward to doing some testing here and there and see what we come up with. And thanks, Justin, for sort of encouraging me to do all this. He can do the talking from now on. I'll just do the driving, okay? So thank you. Thanks. Oh, who needs that?
Yeah, thanks, Derek, Justin, Kelvin. Hello, Global Futurists. Thank you for joining us tonight in Pebble Beach for FF Developer Co-Creation Night. Last weekend, the first FF91 2.0 Futurist Alliance was officially delivered to our spare user. What an unyielding 9 years. We have finally achieved the most important milestone in FF's history. Today, I am excited to provide an update on the major progress and the next step of the FF Developer Co-Creation mission. The four industry transforming trends of all AI, all hyper, all ability, and co-creation have given rise to FF's unique AI Hyper 6x4 Architecture 2.0. This architecture has led to the creation of a new category of silicon-based species, known as the all-ability AI hypercar, and has paved the way for the development of our first vehicle model, the FF91 2.0 Futurist Alliance. Co-creation determines the extent and the depth to which the four trends can profoundly impact the evolution of ultimate AI technology, products, and technology in the AI EV era, with the goal of a continuous upgrade and evolutions of FF's disruptive technology. we have officially launched our online recruitment campaign for global developer co-creation officers. At the same time, we are preparing to introduce the FFO Hyper Global Racetrack Conquror plan. FF Global Developer Co-Creation Officers can deeply participate in FF co-creation business models and co-shared technology platforms, have early access to ultimate AI technology products, involving products upgrades and technology improvements projects, and achieve value co-creation and benefits co-sharing. Each of them becomes a direct catalyst for industry transformation. Please take a moment to explore the details of the 6 FF Developer Co-Creation Officer categories on our online platform. We are excited to invite more futurists to apply for these roles through the FF app or ff.com. Let's join forces to bring to life the silicon-based new species, all-ability AI hypercar. I'd like to announce that all FF91 2.0 Futurist Alliance vehicles scheduled for production this year will be exclusively offered to FF Developer Co-Creation Officers. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to extend my gratitude to the Hall of Fame World Champion racer, Derek Bell. Who is not only an FF Developer Co-Creation Officer, but also one of the second batch of FF91 Spire users. Derek boasts an impressive record of winning the Le Mans 24 hours race 5 times. Let's give it up for him. Now, I'd like to offer a special tribute to another legend. Let's give a shout out to Justin Bell. Yeah. A legendary driver and race show commentator who has embraced the roles of both the FF91 Spire user and FF Developer Co-Creation Officer. As legends from traditional IS luxury era, their passion and enthusiasm for ultimate AI tech luxury products in the AI EV era is both inspiring and electrifying. Through their deep participation in the FFO Hyper Global Racetrack Conquror plan, they will promote the iteration and upgrade of the FF AI Hyper 6x4 Architecture 2.0 and all-ability AI hypercar, and contribute to the continuous advancement of all hyper capabilities, including propulsion hyper, handling hyper, and AI hyper. Who is the other FF is the Spire user today? Kelvin Sherman. A crossover Hollywood star agent. Thank you, Kelvin, for becoming an FF91 Spire user and a developer co-creation officer. Kelvin will work with us to develop more candidates within the community of super celebrity racing enthusiasts Together, we push for continuous advancements of FF's products and technology. The FF All-Hyper Global Racetrack Conquror plan is an ultimate race tailored for production vehicles. The production version of the FF 912.0 Futurist Alliance, affectionately known in the company as the production elephant, shows even elephants can dance the ultimate dance. I have confidence that the racing elephant that makes every road a racetrack will craft yet another enduring legendary story on the racing circuit. Let's join Derek, Justin, Kelvin, and the other top talents across various industries within our expanding community of developer co-creation office. Together, we are set to conquer the world's most famous racetracks one by one. Nürburgring, Le Mans, Silverstone, Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and all the others. We race to set and reset new records for the ultimate AI tech luxury production EVs. Another goal is to establish FF as a pioneer and leader of the ultimate AI tech luxury ultra-spare market in the AI EV era. We will explain the racing rules of the plan in detail on our next FF Developer Co-Creation Track Day. Lastly, let's have Derek, Justin, and Kelvin on stage and launch the FF All-Hyper Global Racetrack Conquror plan. Thank you.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Wow, cool, Derek. Yeah.
Well, but you carry on. There you go.
Yeah.
Definitely knew that, right?
There we are.
Wow.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Great signature.
It's your turn. Justin.
Where's that? So he's got the camera.
Wow, so cool.
Good.
Hi, Kelvin.
If it was a microphone,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, Kelvin.
New for you. And
Yeah.
a helmet. There you are. Perfect. Okay, hold on. F. Number 1.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, thank you. Matthias? Yeah.
Come on.
Okay, again. It's bloody rough, isn't it, Matt? You do all the work and we get all the glory.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, perfect.
It's going to go for
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
You're in action, Max.
Yeah. Have the other